Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. So, talking about the market yesterday, it was a total fallout. In fact, the markets, Indian market, have not fallen recently like this. In fact, we could see the markets falling as if it was a falling knife, and there was nobody to stop it. Entire day the market kept falling except the last 1 hour where market took some support. In fact, from there, came up slightly higher and closed above 19,500. So 19,500 is an important level that we have been speaking about. But before we talk about levels and other things, let us understand what exactly happened. So yesterday morning, there was this news that Fitch has rated or downgraded the ratings for US. So let us first understand what exactly is this. I'm not sure that many of you would be aware of this. Now, to make it simple, I hope all of you know what is a CIBIL rating, a credit score, right? So basically, credit score for everybody, like we have as individuals also we have a credit score. So that is called CIBIL. So for example, in India, based on how well you're repaying your loans, how well you're paying your credit cards, based on that you have a credit score which is formed in CIBIL. So higher you're scoring, you get loans easier. You also get lower interest rate. These are all the benefits that you get. Now, why do banks or financial institutions give you loans at a very cheap rate? Because you are a highly rated person. They know that their money is more safe with you, so they don't mind giving you at a lower interest rate, and that is why you get loan easily as well. Now, imagine that your credit score goes down. Imagine why, when will that happen? Now, maybe there's a problem with my income. Maybe my salary has gone down, or the amount of loans have gone very high, and I'm not able to repay them on time. So, all these things are where a credit score will come down. Now, once my credit score come down, will a bank give me the loan so easily? Or will a bank or a financial institution give me the same low interest that they used to give me earlier? Definitely not, right? So that's exactly what is this rating. So similar to what we have as individuals, every company, every country has their own rating done by several rating agencies. So in India, it is done by CIBIL. So similarly, there are several rating agencies. Among the top three rating agencies, one of them is Fitch. So there is Moody's, then there is one more, I don't know. So S&P 500 also is there. So in fact, these companies do their own research, and based on the research, they give out their ratings. So for a country, what they do is for a country or a company, they have a rating like the topmost rating is AAA. AAA means it's a top rated company. So if you look at the bond market, I'm not sure how many of you actually invest in bonds. So if you invest in a bond also, these the companies which are giving these bonds actually also have rating. So whenever they say it's a AAA rated bond, that says that they are comparatively one of the safest companies where you can invest your money in, and there are high chances that you'll get your money back. So that is this rating. Now US was a triple A rated country, and hence all financial institutions, international institutions would give them funding at very low interest rate. Now, what has happened yesterday is that Fitch has downgraded that from AAA to AA plus. That is just one level down, right? But when that happened, immediately it was a panic that created across the globe. Now, let me tell you why that panic is created. Now, US is a $25 trillion economy, and being a $25 trillion economy, I'll tell you how to compare that. If you compare that with the other developed countries like Europe, Japan, right, and so Germany. So what of you? So Europe and Japan all put together, probably it is just about 12 to 15 crores, 15 trillion crores. So that is about just half of the size of US, and India is much lower. So we are actually trying to go to, our target is to go to a 5 trillion economy, but here these guys are so big. Now there is a lot of funding given by institutionals to these countries. So now that they have downgraded, there is a fear in the market. I'll tell you one more thing. In 2011, so before all these ratings came in place, only around 2000 something year. So once the rating came in, this is the second time that US has been downgraded. So this has happened earlier in 2011, and when it happened in 2011, what happened was that it was a big fall. It was complete mayhem, and it was a big fall continuously for multiple days, and from there it slowly started recovering. But this time, will that happen? So that is the big question. Now, let me tell you my view on this. Now, if people have to take money from US and put that money somewhere else, where can they put it? You might think India. India is doing really well. No, but India is too small an economy to take it. Something like this. You have a small jar and a big jar. Now this has so much water. You try to pour it, you cannot fill it into India, right? So similarly, even if you distribute it among countries like Europe, again, Europe is in even bad situation right now. So if you see Europe, inflation is high and Europe themselves are in trouble. Then of course, there is one big economy, China. But now who wants to invest into China now? Who is, having that daringness or that comfort level to actually go invest money into China? No. So right now, they don't have another option. The international institutions, financial institutions don't have an option to invest as anywhere else. So money has to stay in US. That is first thing. So I don't see a reason. I mean, why I'm comparing this with 2011. So 2011, Europe and Japan, especially Japan also was really big those days. So nowadays, Japan has become too silent. So that way, if you compare, they had options to take money out of US and go out somewhere. And that time also, I think Europe and Japan put together was approximately 12 trillion to 13 trillion, around 11 to 12 trillion something, right? So that means almost the size put together would be size of US. So that means there could be some transfer. But this time it's too big. US has grown so big over a period of time. So the only other option they can invest is into China, which again, I don't see a reason why somebody would think of investing into China. That way, they might go to some developed countries like India. That could be a positive for India, in fact, right? But then this one is a panic selling. Now, nobody knows what could happen next. And media, of course, are talking about all big things. So I don't even look at that. But of course, one thing I'm telling you, at this point of time, if at all there's a further fall, that could be only panic. But after that, things should start recovering for India at least. About US also, I'm not seeing a big fall because a lot of fund cannot go out of US. And it is just a one-step downgrade. And that too majorly because a lot of, they've had multiple times a debt ceiling issue. They had last time the agreement between the Republicans and the thing. So it took a lot of time. So all those things are kind of reasons why it has been downgraded. But this could also be, if you remember what we discussed in Market Pulse, Corona was over, then market recovered. Russia war came in, pulled down the market, it recovered. Then came the US inflation issue. Now that also has recovered. So I was telling you that there has to be something new that can take the market down. So this looks like that something new which has come down. So until there's clarity, see, always people on market reacts heavily to the instant news when it's a brand new news. I told you that also. I think this was spoken in the last Market Pulse video on Sunday. So do watch that if you have not watched that. That should help you understand this. So with all this, markets are in a kind of soup right now. And since markets have rallied up so much, people definitely would think of booking some profit out of it. So nothing really wrong about it. So if you remember a few days back, we had discussed also, at this point of time, should we book profit? I had clearly told you, if you're a long-term investor, just let your money be there. If you're a short-term investor, of course, it was time to book profit. Third one was anybody who has leverage, I had told to reduce or remove your leverage. And leverage means taking loans to buy stocks. So, clear up those loans. That was something I had told earlier. So if you've done that, well and good. But otherwise, markets are in a hanging situation, which right now does not have a direction and more of a bearish trend. Now, always remember one thing. Whenever such a big news has come, the market's direction can change, and temporarily it has changed. unless there is the next news which is positive to take things up. So until the next positive news comes, markets are going to be negative. And there could be volatility at this point of time because market really does not have a clear direction. Because one is people don't know what exactly the switch downgrade could mean, and two, market itself is in a confused mode whether will the market go up now or not. And generally, if you look at India, generally the markets do slightly come up positively during the Diwali. So with all that in mind, markets are going to be really choppy at this point of time, and Indian markets would be on a up and down curve. Now, as an investor, what should we do? I always say, diversification of your investment is very important. So diversifying a small portion into probably a debt instrument, a small portion which can give you a fixed return, a good portion into equities. So that diversification is very important. Never ever invest your entire money into one asset class. So that is where MPI Invest comes into place. We help you diversify right so that such market falls or such news does not affect your portfolio much. So that is why we help you diversify and manage your risk effectively so that your financial goals don't get scattered. Got it? So this is how important it is. Now, apart from that, now looking at the market, so now everybody's talking only about this thing. But one thing, let me tell you, as far as India's market is concerned, we don't have a reason to worry. But then it is just a global concern which is kind of taking Indian markets down. Now, at least one thing is clear that the upward rally in India has kind of come to a halt at this point of time, and it needs some new news to take it upwards. Until then, markets are on a sideways to slightly negative is what I expect. Though not a big negative, I'm expecting in Indian market. Now, same with US market, I'm not expecting a big negative, but then let's see how things take a turn in the US. So this would be something that we need to wait for. Apart from that, if you look at yesterday, institutions have sold big. In fact, FIs have sold for almost 1,800 crores, and DIAs have also sold for almost a very small amount, 2 crores. But that means DIAs are also kind of concerned that what could happen. So they don't really want to invest at this point of time. Otherwise, you see, whenever the FIs have sold big, DIAs have kind of bought. So yesterday that has not happened. So with all this, the markets are going to be really volatile, and today being the first expiry of August, the markets are going to be really volatile, and with all these news around. So unless you're an expert trader, I would suggest not even venture into trading. And as far as investors are concerned, you don't have to worry. Every fall is an opportunity for you to add fund into the market. So that is what I would suggest. Sorry. So this is how the market is looking like. So this is how my outlook on the market is. And the growth story of India is intact. If it is taking a break now, it is a good opportunity only for those who missed investing. But if it is, from there, of course, we could see another leg of rally. I don't know when, but of course, that is coming for sure. So that is something that I have the expectation for the market. As for today, I would be watching at the market basically looking at a low of around 250 to 300. 1950 to 300 could be a good level to watch. If that is broken, then more bearishness to come. But if the support is taken somewhere there, then we could expect the market to be slightly sideways and for some time. So this is the expectation for now. Let us see how the market moves. Yesterday, US markets have closed again with a big bloodbath. Nasdaq has closed big negative. IT stocks will see some weakness in India, and banking stocks also will see some weakness. The only support probably I can see right now is tomorrow's SBI result. If at all they come out good, that could be a good support to Indian market. Now, talking about yesterday again, I forgot to tell this. Indigo and Titan results came out. The Titan results were not that great in terms of paper. On paper, the profit has actually come down. But one thing I'm really happy about is revenue has gone up. See, understand this one thing. For a company, when a revenue goes up, that means the income sources come up. So that is something good. Profit going down or profit going up is not really a major factor, because if profit has gone down, it could be just because of some new expense. Even if I kind of plan an expansion, in fact, if you see, Titan has done a lot of expansion last year. They've opened a lot of new Titan showrooms across the world, across the country as well as the world. So with all this, there is some expense. So that is completely fine. So as long as revenue is strong, profit is slightly low, I'm okay with it. So that's exactly why I've added actually Titan some more yesterday. This is something for your information. I have sharing this just for education purpose. I am not a civil analyst. So Titan is that way, and Indigo was a surprise. In fact, I had told you Indigo was expecting a decent result, but I was not expecting Indigo to be coming out with such phenomenal result. It actually exceeded my expectation. So Indigo is looking good. In fact, we already have some good investment in Indigo, and we spoke about Indigo, I think, a few days back. I think on Market Pulse video only we spoke about it, right? That Indigo is the only airline company in India which can be invested at this point of time if you want to be invested in airline sector. So that way, not just SpiceJet and all, they're not there, but Indigo is the only dependable one. So yesterday, we could see Indigo results coming. So along with that, SpiceJet also kind of gone up slightly. But I'm right now invested only in Indigo in the airline sector in India. So these are things which is looking kind of right now. Indigo is looking really positive. Indigo also already hit a brand new 52-week high. So with all that, Indigo is looking great for the next few months or next few quarters. So that's about it. Coming to today we have important results among the companies. iShares and Bharti Airtel is going to come up with the results. iShares is going to come with decent results is what my expectation is, and Bharti Airtel also should come with good results. So let us see how things go there. And I have investment in both these companies. This is just a disclaimer to let you know. So that's about it for today. And being an expiry, let's see how the market volatility is going to be today. And markets are going to be like this for some more time, I would say. So until there is a proper settlement happening. So that's it for now. Wishing you all a great day ahead. If you have any questions, of course, you can post it, in the comment section. Of course, our endeavor is to make sure things come simple to you and you understand it in a simple manner, so that even an ordinary man can start investing and growing in the stock market as well as financially. So that's it for now. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off. Okay, I see a comment. Yeah, Pro Shivana, good morning. Yes, that's great. So yes, it was a detailed explanation just to make you all understand. Yes, glad you loved it. So that's it for now. Goodbye. Have a great day.